ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to our first ever political forum. Tonight we'll have a chance to hear from all four candidates running for state representative for the Taylor-Adair County District. I'm Corey Hatfield, a freshman accounting major from Meade County, Kentucky. I'm the current ACES president. ACES is an acronym for Achieving Collegiate Excellence and Success. It is a student organization on campus geared towards freshmen. We take great pride in helping others and promoting community service. Just last month, 20 of our ACES members and 8 chaperones traveled to New Orleans for a week-long community service project. They learned the importance of helping others, as well as having the opportunity to learn more about the city through different experiences throughout the week. ACES is sponsored by the Freshman Experience Program, and we have worked very hard for tonight's program to be a success. And now, I would like to introduce to you a man I've come to know very well this year. He is the current Student Government Association president, as well as one of my very close friends. He was recently elected as only the second two-term SGA president in Lindsey Wilson history. He is a junior accounting major. He has worked very hard with SGA this year to make our campus a more enjoyable environment for students and staff. He is a true politician himself. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with my pleasure I introduce to you Mr. Drew Sadler.
Thank you, Ms. Hatfield. Now, speaking on behalf of the students of Lindsey Wilson College, I would like to thank the candidates and everyone from the community for joining us here tonight. Having the candidates here will help Lindsey students to better understand the political process. Civic engagement is one of the hardest and greatest positions that a person can strive to hold. It is my hope that due to the events here tonight, that someone in this very room will be inspired and will have the ability to seek a future career in public service. Once again, thank you all for taking part in this political forum tonight. And gentlemen, I wish you the best of luck. Now, back to you, Ms. Hatfield.
Thank you, Mr. Sadler. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you all the moderator for this evening. Mr. George Kobenschlag joined the Lindsey Wilson staff as Director of Public Relations in January 1987. He subsequently served in several staff positions, including Vice President for Development. He retired from Lindsey Wilson in May 2004 after administering and teaching the journalism program for 8 years. Prior to coming to Columbia, Mr. Kobenschlag worked for almost 30 years in journalism, in corporate and military public relations, including 20 years as Navy Public Affairs Officer serving in Europe, Vietnam, and throughout the United States. He holds a bachelor's degree in journalism from Kent State University and a master's degree in mass communications from the University of Wisconsin. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you our moderator for this evening, Mr. George Kobenschlag.
Thank you for that nice introduction. Can you all hear me okay? I'm a little short. I really want to say how much I appreciate all of you being here. The students, the staff, the faculty, friends of the candidates, friends of the college, and people who just have an interest in what's going on here and in our upcoming elections. Your presence here really is an indication of your interest and concern for our community and for our country. And I think that says abundance about all of you. As citizens such as you, who make this such a great country, and guarantee that we will continue to prosper. And so it is a privilege for me to stand here and moderate this panel. I want to take a minute just to explain how this is all going to work this evening. First, each candidate will have 3 minutes to make an opening statement. And I'm going to introduce them later, and if they want to enlarge that introduction, they can do so, because I've tried to keep the introduction short because it's in your the brochure that you got when you came in the door, or should have got. Following that, they'll have there's a list of 4 questions we're going to ask. Each candidate were given the general topics of these questions Friday, but they were not given the specific questions. They will each have 3 minutes to respond to each question. And our merciless timekeeper down here will remind them when they have 1 minute left and 15 seconds left. We will rotate the 4 questions so that each candidate will answer each question. Mr. Montgomery over here on my right, and on your left, will answer the first question, and then it will go down the line. And then the second question will be addressed to the second candidate, third candidate, fourth candidate. So each candidate will have an opportunity to give the first answer and the last answer, and a last answer to these questions. Following these questions, there will be a lightning round of questions. That's 8 rapid-fire questions the candidates have not seen. I'm sorry, that's right, they have not seen. No, they have seen these. They've seen these 8 questions. They've seen these 8 questions. I've seen them. Each candidate will give the opportunity to respond to 2 of the 8 questions. And they will only be answered by one, each question will only be answered by one candidate. Following the 8 questions, there's a 9th question that we're going to allow each candidate to answer because it is a question that has a certain moral tone to it, and so we really felt it would be unfair just to address that to one question, so we're going to let all 4 of them answer the 9th question. Each of these responses is limited to 1 minute. If the candidate does not use this entire minute, he may use the remainder of his time up to 1 minute to answer to comment on one of the previous answers. Our timekeeper will indicate when there's 15 seconds left on these rapid-fire questions. I want to say just a word on the time limits. I will show limited mercy to the candidates. If you run a few seconds over time to finish your thought, that's okay, but we need to keep this on track. You know, there's people here who'd like to get home for breakfast, so we need to. Following the 8 questions, each candidate will be given time for a 3-minute closing summary, at which time they're free to say whatever they want to say. And I just remind you, there will be a reception following, so you'll have an opportunity to mingle and gang up on the contestants following their comments.